His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued a circular on Eid al-Fitr holidays. The circular stipulates that the kingdom's ministries and public institutions will close on the day of Eid al-Fitr and the 2 following days. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali bin Saleh Al Saleh, chaired the first extraordinary session of the council's 3rd session of the 6th legislative term. The council discussed the report of the Financial and Economic Affairs Committee on the draft law approving the state's general budget for the fiscal years 25 and 26, accompanying Decree 18 of 25 in the presence of the government lead team led by the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa. The Council decided to give a final approval to the draft law as a matter of urgency and send it to the Speaker of the Representatives Council to refer it to His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister, in preparation for submission to His Majesty the King. The chairman of the Shura Council said that the approval of the draft budget in its final form came thanks to the royal directives that serve the interests of Bahrainis and citizens and take into account the requirements of comprehensive development, social justice and economic sustainability, which would reflect positively on the continued provision of citizens' decent living conditions. Al-Saleh also said that the interest of Bahrain and citizens is the desired goal that the legislative and executive authorities work together to achieve for further prosperity and well-being for citizens. The Council also discussed the report of the Financial and Economic Affairs Committee regarding a draft law amending some provisions of Legislative Decree 15 of 1977, issuing development bonds attached to Decree 17 of 2025. Under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, in cooperation with the Ministry of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf, held the annual ceremony marking Laylat al-Qadr and the closing event of the 29th edition of the Bahrain Holy Quran Grand Prize. This event was attended by the President of the SCIA, Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Khalifa, who expressed gratitude to His Majesty the King for his patronage of the ceremony and the award. He said that His Majesty's continued interest in Islamic events and activities in Bahrain, particularly Quranic programs and competitions, reflects a strong commitment to supporting religious values. He added that the Council expressed appreciation for the follow-up of Islamic initiatives, particularly those that serve religion and uphold values and principles. Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Mohammed honored the participating entities, including the Ministries of Interior, Education and Social Development, as well as the awards organizing and judging committees. Awards were then presented across 7 competition categories to 105 male winners. Additional honors included the Family Quran Prize and individual prizes for the oldest and youngest participants, as well as Dawood's Flute Prize for excellence in recitation, the Best Local Quran Competition Prize, while the Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa Quran Memorization Center received the Best Quran Center Prize. In the presence of the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Nuaimi, Kuwait's ambassador to Bahrain, Sheikh Thama Jaber Al Ahmed Al Sabah, visited the filming site of the Ramadan program Al Saria, broadcast on Bahrain television at the Heritage Village in Ras Hayyan. The minister emphasized that the visit reflects the long-standing Bahrain-Kuwait relations supported by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mash'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. For his part, the ambassador expressed appreciation in visiting the site and participating in the program. He also commended El Saria for its distinguished Gulf cultural and heritage content. The Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs announced that the Moon Sighting Committee will convene on the evening of Saturday, 29th of Ramadan, 1446 H, corresponding to the 29th of March, to receive testimonies on the sighting of the crescent moon, marking the beginning of the month of Shawwal. The Council called on individuals with credible testimonies or information regarding the sighting of the crescent moon to promptly contact the Moon Sighting Committee. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation participated in a high-level humanitarian visit led by the UAE and South Sudan to the Gorom refugee camp in Juba, with the participation of delegations from several countries and regional and international organizations to emphasize human solidarity with communities that have been displaced as a result of conflict, especially Sudanese refugees. The delegation was led by UAE Minister of State Sheikh Shahbout Ben Nahyan Al Nahyan, and the RHF was represented by Director of IT Department Hassan Murad, accompanied by high-ranking officials from South Sudan. The Minister of State at the Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Birtukam Ayano, as well as members of the South Sudanese Diplomatic Corps also participated. Murad expressed his pride in the participation of the RHF in this visit, noting that Bahrain's participation in the event comes as part of its commitment to support international humanitarian efforts and strengthen partnership that serve those in need and provide them with a decent life. The visit included the distribution of food and relief aid to the refugees and a close look at the daily challenges they face inside the camp, especially during the holy month of Ramadan. The Inspection Directorate at the Ministry of Industry and Commerce has intensified its monitoring campaigns in preparation of Eid al-Fitr to ensure compliance with regulations across markets and commercial outlets and to strengthen consumer confidence. The Directorate has implemented a comprehensive inspection plan covering the period before, during and after the holy month of Ramadan, in line with its responsibility to oversee market activity. Field visits ahead of the holiday targeted high-traffic outlets such as fruit and vegetable shops, beauty centers, saloons, tailoring shops, sweet shops, bakeries, restaurants, catering kitchens, shopping malls and commercial markets. The campaigns focused on verifying the availability of essential goods to meet the needs of citizens and residents, monitoring any indicators that may disrupt product flow, and taking necessary measures to ensure market stability. Inspections also covered sale practices, discounts and promotions, ensuring price transparency and preventing misleading offers or attempts to exploit increased consumer demand. Local action is taken against any violations. The ministry said that heightened seasonal monitoring aims to protect both consumers and traders, reinforce trust in the commercial environment and address any breaches. Recent inspection results indicated general compliance among commercial establishments with sufficient availability and diversity of goods, contributing to market stability and improved commercial activity. The Supreme Council for Environment announced that the ban on fishing spangled emperor or shari, rabbitfish or safi, and sea bream and dag will take effect from April 1st to May 31st of this year, in accordance with Decision 2 of 2024 regarding the ban on their fishing. The decision comes as part of the measures taken by Bahrain to preserve a fish wealth, restore the ecological balance, rehabilitate the ecosystem, and increase the quantity of types of fish offered in the market. The ban stipulates that the fishing of these fish is prohibited in the territorial waters of Bahrain during the April and May of each year, and fishermen who catch these fish during the ban must release them into the sea, taking the necessary care for their safety. The Council also stressed the need to enhance community cooperation to comply with the decision, saying that the regulation of fishing is a national responsibility that has a positive impact on all members of society.